Welcome, everybody. Good evening. I am Fabio Escobar. Edgar is just joining us now. We've gone through the housekeeping. We've gone through a little intro about me. In the back, you'll see some typical Ecuadorian natives. That is how they carry the roses. In Ecuador, we're well known for our roses, just in case you wanted to know where that background is coming from. And then we're also going to be able to, so I'd like you to activate also your cell phone for a QR code scan because it will be kind of like an interactive presentation. We'll be able to see the live answers whenever you scan the QR code that we'll see in a couple of slides. But without further ado, Edgar, go ahead and let's do this intro.
Well, you should be the moderator, man. Just by the way you're taking this away. But anyway, guys, welcome. Thank you so much, Linda. Thank you again for the opportunity to meet with everybody here and talk a little bit about one of my favorite topics, one that I've done so extensively throughout my career, which is marketing. But when it comes to this area, guys, I can tell you that Fabio is much more prepared than me in terms of what we're going to be discussing today. Fabio, for those of you who don't know him, is an experienced marketing professional in the food and beverage industry. He's successfully launched sports drinks, energy beverages, chocolate confectionery all throughout Latin America. And he's been managing all the marketing strategic efforts that he's done for these brands. Well, he's been around here in the US, and since his arrival, he's been involved at the intersection of technology and restaurants, where he has basically helped scale startups in the ghost kitchens and also virtual brand space. Well, thanks to these opportunities, Fabio has been able to design, promote, and execute brand strategies that involve positioning, that involve growth, market expansion, and also launch campaigns. But about this workshop, this is going to be a 2-day opportunity that you will learn about the importance of developing a content strategy as your centerpiece for your personal brand, product, or service. And this first session is going to focus only on the theory about content strategy, which is really important, guys. You will learn the fundamental blocks of content strategy, from defining your content all the way to publishing it, and also understanding what metrics to look for when you do this. And when we move on to the second session, you will work on your content strategy and turn it in at the end of the class. This is going to be an interactive activity that we're going to have here. So this exercise is going to give you the experience of doing instead of passively learning, which I think is going to give you guys a lot more to as a takeaway that you can get from this experience talking to Fabio. We will be opening the mics real soon. So you guys, if you have any questions, as soon as Fabio gets into all the details of what he's going to talk about us here, we will be opening mics and we'll be taking some questions from you guys. I will be asking some questions of my own as we go along. So returning it back to Mr. Fabio here. Sir, welcome and thank you for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for that warm intro, Edgar. As always, spectacular job to raise the bar. Now I'm nervous. Now I feel like my forehead is a little greasy, and that's because of the sweat. But anyway, yeah, just like he mentioned, excited to be here, excited to be talking about content strategy. I think it's one of those things that I tend to teach in my digital marketing classes at Beonair or Miami Media School. And for those of you who have been in Chicago and had me, I talk about the romantic side of web development, and that's basically content strategy. And then I've got a couple of other classes where I teach that. But we never get the opportunity to join content strategy with the rest of the classes. So I figured I might as well just go ahead and explain what I kind of leave out from those classes. And it's just more important than learning digital marketing, more important than learning, film, how to pan a camera or how to zoom a camera. You have to come with a mindset of understanding what your content is about, what you're going to focus. And so many people have many ideas and many people want to do a lot of things, and they come in with a lot of creative energy, And sometimes, you know, that kind of like doesn't allow them to move along to what they want to fulfill. And sometimes it leaves them frustrated, even after, you know, 8 months of taking classes with us. So I figured I might as well give you a helping hand. For those of you who are just starting your RTB program, you know, this is very useful to take into consideration as you go through your journey on the Beonair RTB part. For those of you who are doing digital marketing, this is going to give you um, a very good insight on what classes. I think it's going to be like 203, 204, and 205. They talk about content strategy and things of that nature. So without further ado, I do want to ask a question. We're always asking, marketers are always asking why, you know, and why is that? Why the, you know, the question why is a very deep one. And we ask it why 5 times through so that we get to the source of the why. Um, and so my first question here to you guys is, why did you attend today's workshop today? So if you can go ahead and put your cameras and what you call it, and scan the QR code, you're going to be taken on a browser to be able to answer that question. All right. So I want to see it, and we're going to be able to actually see it here live. So I'll be able to read out alongside with Edgar, which ones are the reasons of why did you attend today's workshop? I want to see what people are thinking about. So what we'll do is we'll simply grab our phone, we'll scan it. Let me go ahead and take you through it. We'll scan the QR code. And you should have something that pops up like this on your phone screen. And then you're going to enter the why. Okay, so we got first one. I want to prove my ability and knowledge in digital marketing. Okay, very good. Who else? Who else is going to give me a reason? Inspiration. All right. I hope I can inspire you. Yes, very good. Next. I'm going to put my own. To learn some knowledge to improve myself and network, to learn more about marketing. I want to improve my ability and knowledge in digital marketing. Very good. So here we go. Now we're getting a word cloud. Market, brand, inspiration, perspective. Very interesting stuff. I want to learn about what today's audience is curious about. That's going to be my answer, is curious about. I want to learn more in this field so I can master my talent and trade. Perfect. Great, great, great stuff. Great stuff, guys. Anybody else? To learn more about marketing. Very good. To learn to create meaningful content. I have a very good song. Could be great for sponsorship ads for drinks. Interesting. All right. So I misspelled curious. It says Kuriawa, whatever. That's not a word. It's curious. All right. All right. So we'll leave it there. So today, what I want to do is I want to feed your head with knowledge. All right. This is the big idea. We're going to talk about big ideas in this class today. Okay. All right. So are we ready, guys? Ready to take note? Go ahead. Take it away, Edgar.
Okay, one of the things that I normally think about marketing, and a lot of people, I mean, sometimes have the wrong conception, is basically what do we do with it? What is it for? Does it really work? I'm going to ask a lot of questions here, but I know you can encapsulate them all into one answer. But how do we eat marketing, basically? That would be, you know, my first question to go with.
So I have an existential battle about marketing. Many people confuse marketing today and unknowingly so with sales. And what they don't know from my experience is that marketing and sales are always on a constant battle. All right. And I'll explain it to you this way. When we talk about marketing, we're talking about strategy. We're talking about the big picture. We're talking about how we're going to make this product, brand, or name, service, whatever it is, how we're going to take it so that it lives a long life, so that it progresses through life. Whenever we're talking about sales, we're talking about meeting a quota. We're talking about, quarter to quarter progression. We're talking about fixing things in a tactical manner on a day-to-day basis. If you talk to a sales guy, they should know at what percentage of their fulfillment of quota is every day. A marketer doesn't have a specific quota. A marketer has a vision. All right. So these are two different spectrums. These are two opposing poles. And then the other way I like to explain it is a marketer watches the bottom line, the EBITDA, right? After you take all the expenses, after you take all the taxes, after you take everything, you have the net profit, the bottom line. The marketer takes care of that, protects that with everything. The sales guy, the salesperson, is looking for the top line, right? The more sales, the better the performance. The more sales, the more progression that the salesperson makes. However, the more sales doesn't really translate into more profits. And I'll give you an example. When I was launching my a beverage in Latin America, the salespeople would come to me and they said, "Hey, I need discounts. I need discounts because that's how I'm going to get to my quota, right? The more discounts I give to my customers, the more they're going to purchase because obviously it's a better deal for them." So of course, they would raise their sales, right? But then my profit would suffer. My margin would suffer. And so I had to fight the salespeople to understand how I was able to maintain a profit margin that was going to equip with what the country was set for. If I told them that we would have a 12% net profit margin, and I gave them 50% discount over time, I was not going to reach that 12% margin. I was going to be lower. Yes, I would have amazing sales, but there's a point in time where sales does not mean profits. So we were in a constant battle all the time. So there's a big difference between marketing, which is a high level, it's a construction, it's a builder of the future, and sales, which is the step-by-step way of how you chisel your strategy so that it becomes successful. All right, so it's very tactic. And today and age, both things are meshed in the same situation. Okay. However, marketing in its true sense is strategy.